Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and maybe we have already watched the game of the season in the Champions League on match day 1. Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund ends in 4-4. Oh my god, let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was a game of two halves. Uh, I don't even really know what to say if I'm being quite honest with you. The first half, I think it was a quite boring if I'm being quite honest with you. I expected a really good game of football. I said it was going to be a good game, but that first half was quite boring. It felt quite cagey if I'm being very honest with you. I think both the teams were quite reserved. They sort of feared like taking chances or having a go at the opposition. It felt like they were just testing each other out, and unfortunately for the fans watching that game, it went on for the first 45 minutes. I mean, if you are testing each other out, you should take some time, 5 to 10 minutes, but then you start playing the game. But it was not like that. The first half was quite calculative, quite restrictive from both the sides. I sort of expect this from Juventus, like that is their game plan. That's how they played. I said that in my prediction video as well, that Juventus are going to be quite cautious, and they had such a big a game against Inter. The way that they played, it was going to drain them. Sorry, it was going to drain them mentally and physically, and so it was going to have some sort of effect on them. But Dortmund, the way that they played in that first half, I was quite disappointed. The game of such big magnitude, it's the first game of the season and whatnot, and they really quite disappointed me. Second half comes in. I don't know what happened during the break, what they ate, what they drank, and whatever it was. It was a completely different game. They just came out, both of them, and just starting attacking the way that I expected them to play in the first half. They played in that a second. I mean, it was an incredible game of football. The goals that both of them created. I mean, Adeyemi's a goal, that the first goal for Borussia Dortmund, right outside, outside of the post. The way he settles himself and then takes the shot, and it becomes 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Juventus comeback. I mean, that goal from Yildiz, I think that was my favorite goal out of the 8 goal that Kenan Yildiz scored. It was a great goal. I mean, amazing. It becomes 1-0. Dortmund come back to make it 2-1. Juventus themselves, they whatever which scores that second goal to make it a 2-0. And it just kept on going. You felt like the goals were keep on coming. You need to give credit to the players that scored the goal, but you need to question the defense as well. I mean, so at that third goal, the how easy it was for Dortmund to take the ball away from to dispossess Juventus, and then to score that goal. I mean, I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing, getting beaten so easily from his near post. That third goal was such a bad goal to concede for if you are Juventus. From Juventus's point of view, it was a really bad defensive error, and the goalkeeper makes it worse. And same with that, for that goal, fourth goal. I mean, why are you just lying down? It felt like he's sleeping in his 6-yard box, hits the hand. Such a stupid. I just sometimes I don't really understand what the decisions and the stuff that these players do. The professional players, why are you lying on the ground? It just baffles my mind, to be very honest with you. Dortmund get that penalty, and of course they go ahead and score that goal. It becomes 4-2, and at that point in the game, you're thinking Dortmund have gotten a win. They have done so much, and it sort of felt like Dortmund were the better side, and you're like, okay, it did not look like Juventus were going to make a comeback, and you're thinking Dortmund sort of deserve it. But a full credit to Juventus. They come back. They kept on attacking. They kept on knocking on the door, and that third goal, I mean, that was again a Dortmund spot. As I said, defensive. Both the teams' defense have to be called out. They need to be questioned. How you are letting the goals in? They're getting dispossessed so easily. Such a bad pass. I don't remember who it was, but they give the ball away to Juventus. Amani gets the ball, crosses it in, and Vlahovic scores the goal. I mean, such an easy goal for him to score. Nobody is really able to mark him. Scores the goal, makes it a 4-3, and there's still time for Juventus to make a comeback. And if you are Dortmund and you see you have conceded a goal already like that, you need to be on your toes. You need to make sure you don't concede another one, because now the crowd is really up for it, and the players are really up for it. It's last day, 5 minutes to go, and then you are going to have an added time for about 6-7 minutes. That is already, so you basically have 10 minutes to somehow make sure that you don't concede another goal. But Dortmund are not really able. I mean, they're sleeping. You just look at that fourth goal. How easy it is for for the striker to make the run. They're literally three Dortmund players just standing there. He comes in, scores the header, and it becomes a 4-all. And again, you have to question the defense of Borussia Dortmund. How is it so easy for a player to go past three of the defenders and score that goal? Of course, it went to VAR, but it was a really poor defending from Borussia Dortmund, especially in the last two goals. They could have easily won that game. They could have gone to Germany with three massive points. I mean, going away to Juventus on the match day one and getting 3 points would have been massive for their campaign in the Champions League if they really want to go into the top and not go out and play 2 extra games. But they they basically throw away those 3 points, in my opinion, considering 2 really poor goals, and I think they would be really disappointed. Kovacic, their manager, and even the fans would be quite disappointed. I mean, you go ahead and you play really good, you take the lead, not once, not twice, not thrice, 4 times you take the lead, and you're still not able to get the job done. After 4-2, it should have been a game done and dusted. As far as Dortmund are concerned, they should have not let Juventus come back into the game, but they were not really able to do that. But if you are Juventus, I mean, I think you would be really happy. I mean, Igor Tudor and the Juve fans, they would be ecstatic at the moment. The players themselves, they won a big game over the weekend, 4-3, scoring a last minute goal in the 91st minute. They scored that goal and they defeated Inter in that massive game, such a high profile game. And now again, they have basically done the same thing. They have not won this time, but they have made sure that they don't lose the game. At 85 minutes, you're 4-2 down, and you're thinking, again, just like Dortmund, it's gonna be really hard to somehow score for the you have gone 4-3 up when Vlahovic scores that his second goal, and Juventus' third goal. As I said, there were just 5 minutes to go, and then you are going to have that extra time. So as you are going to have that thinking that we were able to score a goal 3 days ago, so we are still going to be able to go ahead and do that. And I think them winning over the weekend, that really gave them the confidence and the drive and the push, and the fans were really up for it as well, and they really pushed them to go ahead and get that equalizer, and they go ahead and they do it again. Vlahovic was involved, he is the one who crosses it, and they scored the goal. And I think I would be very honest, I think it was in my opinion a fair result from both sides, because both of them made bad errors. Both of them were really terrible in defense, and both of them scored wonder goals. So in my opinion, it was a fair result. It was a great night, a great game for a neutral. I mean, after Arsenal winning, I watched the game, and I was quite happy with it. As a neutral fan, the first half was not really good, to be very honest with you, but the second half really lived up to it. Two former champions, two heavyweights of European football going at it and giving you this game. I think it was a really good game. I think both the managers would have some questions. Both managers would be disappointed, but both managers would be happy as well. Juventus, because they were able to make a comeback, and Dortmund themselves going away to a big club, big stadium, and in playing a game like that, any other day, and them not making those errors, they could have easily won that game. I would still think that Dortmund played much better. I think, in my opinion, they were the better side, so they would be more disappointed as compared to Juve. But it is what it is. In the end, it's a point each, and sort of a good start for both of them. They did not lose, but as I said, both of them would be disappointed that they did not win the game. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Do you think Juventus got lucky by after making a comeback in the wing, and do you think Dortmund would be disappointed and they should have won the game and after going 4-2 up? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 600 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.